Unless we overcome this thing, we will always drown. Someone just needs to throw a bone on where we are hurting, on issues we have not resolved individually, and you start suffocating. And it becomes somebody else's problem when you're projecting your problems on me. Anybody. I've been on spaces and I hear submission and I'm like, yo, I think you can run for office. And I encourage those people. We support where we can. So to accuse me that probably I'm leaning towards, by the way, like Koino challenged me and told me, I think we need to come out of the imagination that we'll get a perfect person. Maybe we just need someone who's conversant with the job we need done. It took me a moment to think that through, and I realized we have to vet so many presidential candidates. And I gave an example of Trump. People didn't even want Trump. The Republicans didn't want Trump, but the citizen wanted him. So let's create room for anyone. We still don't know. We cannot be saying, yeah, probably God is pointing us in a particular direction. Yet we don't know who's actually the person for the job. So let's open the floor for as many candidates as possible. But in the end, we will agree there will only be one candidate facing the regime at the ballot. I saw someone post the mistakes that were made in previous elections. We cannot repeat that. History will preserve us with our intelligence, our ignorance, our mistakes, and our decision. So let's make the right decision together. We will always be as strong as our weakest link. So let's not personalize anything. Let's be willing to peep through and say, you know, this doesn't feel right, but then again, it's what it is. And for Kenyans, we have to fight this battle from all angles. I know they're here. I know he listens to X spaces. I know he knows Kenyans don't like him for reasons, and that is a battle because mentally you're oppressing an enemy because he shouldn't be walking around and thinking, oh, you know, I'm king and all. He knows the Kenyans are saying the king is naked. So pressure continues on calling out every ill. Pressure continues on what we were previously talking about, because that is what I think there is something we also need to look through. For them to have done this, there's something else that they're doing. And I think Nzioka had said that term extension was being discussed on 25th. That caught me by surprise. And then someone responded to my tweet when I said he must go and said he's here to stay until 2042. And I was like, oh, really? Now I know. Simply because maybe we are not paying attention on this term limit thing, and we need to understand, did it happen? Do we have people who are watching for us the bills? And I know Chalo has been doing that for the longest, but we need to plug in on all angles to make sure that we have this together. And then people should stop worrying about we can't beat him. He's not bigger than God. He has shown us he can bribe anyone, he can buy anyone. But can we plug our energy in saying, you know, I believe, because there's no point believing something in a God that you think cannot do some of those things. Me, I believe these guys will not be on the ballot in 2020. And because of that, can we prepare like an election will come through tomorrow? Once we have that together, do people have ideas? What conversations are we having? Do people have ideas? After we figure out they have ideas, do they have voter scared? And we continue walking this narrow journey until we figure out what is the solution. And if at all having to stand on facts is offensive to the movement, I'm willing to back down. I can use my handle to just post nuggets and motivational stuff and a level of ignorance if I choose to. So because the country is bigger than everyone, so people should not make me a point of reference or navigate around where I'm standing because they oppose my stand. It shouldn't be like that. If we think that me standing on the truth becomes a distraction to the movement, I can pull back. I don't have to speak on spaces. I do not have to tweet about the revolution. I do not have to participate in any way. I can just stick on my corner and say, you know what, 2025, how about being silly? And I'll enjoy it. all the way. So that's because that is a mistake we have been making. I even said I parted ways with Morara, but I always tell people, remember he has a constituency of people. So in the end, we will have to put our differences aside and move together. But it does not mean that we're going to handle people with glad. It's not going to happen. At least for me, I know I don't have the capacity to do that. I'm here to disappoint you on a daily basis. So let's refrain from being caught up on tribal nuggets. And Kenyans, it's tough, it's rough, but we will overcome this. It shall be well. Kowino, Afrocentric, we had Wanjiro earlier, we had Risasi last night. Everybody who participated, I got angry and stepped out, but I was on the space until about, I think, past 7 in the morning. And I got up and I found you guys still running on this. I salute you. We do not have a reward for you, but in your whatever you have done, to just step out of your comfort zone. I know Kowino was done with politics. People had attacked him for no reason. He became, if he speaks his mind, he becomes an audience supporter. And I got caught up in all that because I support sometimes what he says. So look at what value he brings. He has decided to sacrifice his time and gone on all that long. Yet it was easy for people to pull him down. Oh, you're this, that you're simply because someone cannot sustain a dissenting opinion. You're not doing yourself any justice. It is not anybody's fault if you cannot handle a departing position. How about you plug in and say, you know what, I'll put in the work. I thank you, everybody. I know these guys are tired. There's a different space. Well, we will keep running. We will support the next space. We'll keep running so that we keep the momentum. And kindly, I've seen this so many times. We have space elitism. There are people who want to stay on the mic an entire day. When I co-host, I always see names I've never heard before. When someone says, I don't even have a lot of followers, like there's this girl, I think she's called Okay. That girl injected, nobody has, everything we have said combined, nobody injected like she did. And the first thing she said, I've never been given a mic. Please, guys, it's okay. We are friends on spaces. But get off the mic as soon as you make a submission and create room for your brothers, for your sisters. That person may be the solution that we are looking for. Let's just practice what we want these guys to do. I thank you, and I'm so humble that I got the opportunity. And if I've offended anyone, it's not my intention. And it's going to recur if at all it's acceptable for me to stay in the movement. If not, if I continue seeing like it offends people, then you will allow me to step back. And not because I don't support the movement. I don't have to be a part of it. I don't have to be active to support it. I've been running a space where we talk about Usiwa Forget from day one. So for me, anyone missing, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Anyone dead, it's a big deal. And most of you have been to a ceremony space where we handle these cases. So if I'm committed to a cause, respect it. It's not personal in any way. And there's no way we will stand to a cause because our intention is to make it offensive to anyone. No. No, 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 no. That is not the case. We've stuck together, the people who started, and we are still running. Before the church, when we were writing to churches and asking them, how in the world, what gospel is this that you preach, that you can witness Kenyans being butchered? So by the time they were coming around, people were DMing us and saying, finally, they see you. So it's not even about us. It's not. It will never be. This team has gone to homes to visit these parents. They have been in touch with them. The people who are saying it is too painful, don't come yet. So let us be considerate. And I'm so disappointed that in a like the TL is so different. It's a ghost town without Kibet. He did, and I posted when he silhouette, and I told him he's doing great civic education. The target is on point with 0 casualties. So we should be running behind him in every manner possible. People should not make assumption We look out for each other. We always do. I want the best for everyone, even if I don't know you by name or handle. So let's just introspect and say, better, what is it? That's what I try to do for myself. I'm the most imperfect, and there's no day I will rise up to be liked. It will never happen. But I'll try and do what if I'm put to task and I look back and not regret the decision. So let's not belabor people who are trying who are trying the little they can for the movement. I thank you and I yield the mic.
Asante sana, asante sana. Nothing. I'll give the microphone to Kiziwi. Kiziwi.
Yes man, eh?
Si Kiziwi, umenisikiaje na wewe ni Kiziwi? Anyway, continue.
Nakusikia vizuri sana.
Endelea.
Sasa the thing I say is this one, eh? The way we started well, eh? Na sijui what transpired, tukaanza ni kama tunangawanyika kidogo hivi, but the match we get on to fight, the match we be stronger. It's better we be 5 and strong than being 100 less strong. So the thing yenye mtasema tufanye kama ni mandi kutokelezea, tutatokea tu tukuje mpaka town, even though nimekuwa town leo na huyu jamaa ameamua kuachilia jamaa watembee town, ni kama ni yao, wamejaza askari huko kila mahali. So I don't know, itabidi mfike ground kwanza muone hao jamaa wamejipanga sana. Hata kama mtakuwa mmepanga kitu, hao jamaa wamejipanga sana. They are ready to torture us and they are ready to do whatever they want with us, and they want us not to talk of anything, but we are not going to relent. We'll fight till the final breath of us. Hivyo tu ndio naweza sema tu.
Thank you, Kiziwi. Tevo, are you there, Tevo?
Yeah, I'm here for Centric. How are you, Koino? Good work, man. You're doing good work. Hi, everyone. So, requesting for the mic to pass something real quick. And I've just seen the news. The mother of Kibet has confirmed that Kibet was supposed to go to Israel, just like Hauka said earlier. So, I came up here to tell people that they should stop spreading misinformation and disinformation. Just like candidate said that people should heal first rather than starting pointing fingers that who alifanya huyu wacheki. Judging from the previous mistakes, kuanzia Morara, kuanzia Ruto, kuanzia Kasmuel, all watu wengi sana walikuwa wanasema ni watu wazuri, but time came and showed us how true they are, who they are. So yeah, I was just saying that people should stop misinformation. Like there's a group of people who are saying that Kibet came from Canada, sijui to meet Omtata. Then I was like, si Kibet from Nakuru nini nini. Yeah, so if you're not sure about something, please don't just nini to relax, everything will come to light, then we'll know. Hopefully our noise Kibet ataachiliwa, then enda atasema ukweli venye ilikuwa, because time without number imetushow like our say there's a manufactured rage. Ukiona big accounts zinaungana like to attack someone like that's and Mabonga is a very good example. Mabonga alipitia nini sana, alipitia the same rage, the manufactured rage. So the people who believed it ndo tena baadaye wakarudi pole nini nini. Yeah, that was my submission. Let's stop disinformation. Let's say the truth. And yeah, Candid said it very well. Let's heal. Some people are grieving, so wakati una grieve utakuwa una point fingers mali yafai kuwa. And I've never posted about politics, but the moment I saw wase wanatak msee mmoja, I had to defend that person. Thanks so much. Yeah.
Tevo, I know you were addressing me because we had this conversation on tweet and I responded.
Excuse me.
Allow me to tell you that
Excuse
we
me.
were aware he was traveling,
Nothing.
and just because we are not sharing screenshots, we are not saying yes. Kipruto said that simply because we did not want them to get wind. We were hoping they don't get a hold of his passport, so that because he was supposed to be leaving, just because people are not sharing information that was supposed to waylay them not to look in that direction. We were highly hoping that they don't get a hold of that passport. And yes, that person, and even Kipruto said, how can these people give this information? And I tag you on that text. If everything was ABCD, then it would be easy to solve everything. So let's not call something disinformation because you don't have the other part of the story. We had a lot of conversation. Simply because we are not putting out screenshot doesn't mean we don't know what we are doing. Thank
Excuse
you.
me. Yeah, I was addressing Kipruto. Kipruto, I don't know if you guys know him. He posted that the Nani Kibet came from Canada to meet Mtata. Then he was abducted. So, and that tweet got so much impression. So imagine all the people that read, the damage has already been done. So why does someone post something that is not sure? Then it comes up with a space, calls it sijui nani nini nini, like that wasn't good. Let's confirm something. Then we nini. We are all grieving, but let's not start pointing fingers. Yeah.
Whatever we put out a screenshot, there'll be a
Hey,
lot of
hey,
replies
hey, hey,
saying
hey, hey, hey,
saying,
hey, guys, hey, guys, hey. Please, guys, let's have some order. Number one, can we not make this about Omtata and Kibe, like who sold out who and who did not sell out who? Like, it's creating a back and forth that I don't like, and the focus should be on where are these people being held? How can we find them back? Because like Candid Truth said that the truth will always come out, and the truth will come out eventually. What if maybe Kibe comes back and say it was Omtata who sold him out, or it's not Omtata? So people from across the divides mtakuwa mnabishania nini? So tuache kupigana, tuache infighting, because tunaenda back and forth. We are losing the track what we are supposed to be doing, or what we are supposed to be saying, or what we are supposed to be focusing on. Tunaanza kujibizana amongst ourselves. And this is what they've always wanted. So can we put away these personal differences on the issue of Omtata and Kibe, who sold out to? Because most of the things could be speculation or not. And like we said when this space was starting, there can only be two possible outcomes. It's either Omtata who sold him out or not Omtata. So it can be those two outcomes. Either way, we don't have concrete evidence to say who did what or who did not do what. So please, and again, me, I do not trust politicians personally, so I cannot defend anyone on this matter. But until then, can we focus on finding these people rather than infighting? Please, Procentric, back to you.
Kindly nothing. I request you kindly inbox me. I respect your feelings, and I'm sorry for where I might have stepped on you. I respect your feelings, but kindly don't quit. Kindly don't quit. Please inbox me. I would want to walk this journey with you. Thank you.
Alafu Candid unitext hiyo, umesema uko na Samson option, one last tactic and strategy to take Ruto down. Hebu uniambie uko nyuma ya tent.
Okay, alafu even
I'm very much
anybody,
interested. Ati?
alafu anybody who is going through depression or maybe they are pulling, they are low, kindly mnitumie nijaribu kuwatia nguvu kidogo. Sawa sawa.
Haya. IFAM.
Thank you.
IFAM. Ama ilikuwa MS.
Thank you,
IFAM.
Afrocentric.
Come closer to the mic, please.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
Afrocentric.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Kowino, for hosting this space. And I don't know whether to say congratulations. As ulipewa uliingia kwa Guinness Book of Record. You are still even breaking the record further. Usijali bro. Grammy Award inakuja Kenya. Si tulisikia alilipa milioni 500. Anyway, thank you everyone and good evening. And poleni sana wale you are related to Kibet. Kibet is my relative as a comrade, and I support Maandamano Monday. I support this, and actually I would urge everyone to forge for Maandamano to be the third language in Kenya, the third national language in Kenya, because that is the only language that the government understands. So when we are speaking to the government, if they don't hear Kiswahili, Kizungu, Maandamano language now comes. Ikue kwa constitution, ikue our right pia. I have taken a lot of notes concerning what has been happening. Nilifuata jana usiku yote mpaka nikalala, nikaamuka, nikapata, nikaenda shughuli, nimerudi. You are still here guys. Hey, thumbs up. So mine kwa ile notes nimechukua, I don't want to take too much time. Wamekuwa wakiongea na just a few minutes imekuwa karibu ilete apro kwa space. And I want to demystify the issue of sellout as much as I confidently say they exist. Sellouts exist, but we need. So mi nitakuwa nataka niongelele kuhusu issue ya tracking down a person wakati anatafutwa, and especially by the government, because kama mimi na track mtu down, labda nimtafute na simu ile 2 calls na friends hivyo, but government do it otherwise. And when I talk about government, I talk about the security organs. Na not all security organs, but sana sana DCI, NIS, military. Now I'll put a fourth one, that which is unconstitutional, and probably that is being run by political elites. I don't know why we even call them elites. They are not elites. They are just a cabal of people wakona some mentalities. So to start with, the best and most convenient or easiest method to use to locate a person, and that is what is being used by these 4 groups in the mention, ni use service providers in the telecommunication industry. And that is Safaricom being number 1, the highly used, Airtel being number 2, and Telecom being number 3. And I'll be posing some questions to you members. Most people use Safaricom. And the reason why most people use Safaricom, or rather most people have found themselves in Safaricom by default, because it was the oldest, it is one of the oldest service providers in telecom industry. And mostly the widely spread in Kenya and beyond when talking about our local telecom companies. So that is why, under how people find themselves having a Safaricom line, plus the services that they all offer, especially M-Pesa and all that. Now, you find it hard for someone to be using Safaricom purposely for M-Pesa. The percentage could be there, but it is insignificant, if I would say. So what do Safaricom do, Airtel do, or Telecom do when it comes to tracking a line that this DCI, NIS, military, DMI, and all that they have? They use what we call the BTS. The BTS are located everywhere, countrywide, and even beyond, by Safaricom to be able to reach their clients and serve them properly. So what happens? The BTS will get the region that you are in, and subsequently the coordinates to your location. And this might include precisely to the building or apartment that you live in. And when you talk about building or apartment that you live in, so many of us live in apartments that has more than 1 houses, or gated community that has more than 1 household. And we have watchmen, we have caretakers, we have managers. These people know us, but most of them, they do not know what we do or what someone would want us for that matter. So, for instance, if you live in an apartment that is manned by a caretaker, and these people they use something called locator. Locator is a specific SIM card that is put on any phone. that is used by Safaricom to give the DCI, these people who are tracking you, the coordinates of this person. Now sometimes they are very precise. Now sometimes they can mislead depending on now the movement of the person. And I would want to tell people here, a locator is so precise that it will give you your exact location. And I'll explain that as I go because I don't want to take much time. So talking about caretaker or the manager or the security person who is there, when that person is approached by people he doesn't know. Now, aseme, for example, let me use Afrocentric and for purposes of example, wafike kwa apartment inaitwa Munyu apartment na wakuje wasimamishe tu gari Probox tu hapo because they have been used sana na NIS. Hao watu wa DCI sana wana Subaru na wana use ile inaitagwa Tiguan ama inaitagwa aje, na they are currently using Prados na other cars, but mostly they use hizo Matiguan na Subaru. That's why they are famously known as the Subaru boys. So watauliza tu caretaker, tulikuwa tunatafuta Afrocentric, unamjua? Aseme yeye namjua, lakini amestep out saa hii ama ako kwa nyumba yake ni gani? 1C. Those people will get you right there. That is when they already have your details na wamekuwa kikulocate. Japeana how these people can get your details. So I give that as I go on. The service providers now, who are the Safaricom, Airtel, and Telecom, they use something they called CDR, which is generated by their system or rather their machines when we are operating our phones wherever we are. They whatever over 10 million Kenyans who have phones. So this system will give out something that they call CDR. CDR stands for call detail report. The call detail report is a very detailed report with so many columns giving different specifications of that particular phone, model, IMEI number, coordinates, the person code, at what time, at what date, and the place that person is at. So the DCI and NIS and military and all these people who are tracking using the locator can be able to access that. Not this. The government, these companies cannot deny these organizations that data. As a matter of fact, it's like they operate together. So one of our biggest enemy, friends, comrades, ni hizi telecom companies. Those are the people, it is the easiest. There are other means that are being used for confirmation, especially when somebody is not known, like what were KNBS, what were registration of persons, what were ID, when there is something that need to be confirmed, wakati hawana details za mtu complete. So CDR will be very important to provide most frequently contacted person, numbers, and all that. Now, mind you, these people, when they want you, they sit down and plan, because us, we are here planning how to win this war against Kasongo. When we sit and we are on the table right now, planning on how to win this war, those abductors, and I know some of them could be here, and also people from this department I'm mentioning could be here, and I know they are privy to this information. Sit down and plan according to the information that they have. If they happen to have your contact number that you use, they look for the most frequently called persons in your contact list. And that will be most probably to many people, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your parents, mom or dad, your brother, your friends, colleagues at work, and even other people, business associates. Those are the most frequently called you on a target. Sometimes, depending on the kind of a person they are looking at, they can even go for the least contacted person, ule mwenye either alipigiwa wa mwisho ama alipiga mmoja tu. Why is this person amongst all these alipiga na hii namba peke yake? That's a person of interest, and they might go to that person. But these people, most of us here, and I think if anyone can challenge me, hatujaambia mama zetu, when somebody calls you, now unajua these people, when they have your contact, probably they have even your full number, because Safaricom wako na your ID and copy of your ID. So they'll call your mom and tell you, Afrocentric Kamau Mutugi ni best yetu na tulikuwa hapa tulikuwa tuna your mouth anasikia ukitajwa na anataja a region, maybe they are even next to your neighborhood, huko nyumbani mahali unaishi, wanasema wanapeana a place, mamako anakuwa ana doubt these are people are looking for my son and they know him very well and they cannot even ana mafikiria ingine because hata ajui Afrocentric Kamau Mutugi, those are just names, ana nini anatafutwa for any offense because hata watu wengi hapa wanasema even my mother tells me not to go for maandamano, ataniona kwa TV. Now we've seen so many people even say they've seen their kids on TV. Mimi nimekuwa kwa hiyo maandamano tukakibizana mpaka usiku huko. So these people will ask your mother or your friend, that person they are calling, and that person without knowing, this is the point I want to make about Saulau, without knowing atapeana either your location or your movements. Now these people will identify them with either a fake name or even a real name. After all, that person will not be able to even think about, could I be the one who sold out Afrocentric? So we should also know that we've included these people. These people have mentioned plus others in our other social media platforms, IG, Facebook, and other platforms, social media platforms. Na tunaweka as mutual, they communicate. There is somebody who likes whatever you tweet, whatever you send on Instagram every other time. Na unamwambia thank you bro. Bro nowadays does not mean you are real brother. But when you call someone bro, most probably huyo ni mtu anakujua vizuri. Others they even communicate hapo, anakuambia bro umepotea sana since school. So this person ana indicate, oh, this person knows this person very well since school. So if they go for this person will give your location and your detail without him knowing, and he becomes a sellout without knowing. So therefore, have you ever imagined everyone who is in this group, because the issue of sellout and this and that has been a thorn in our flesh, have you ever thought or imagined the easiest person to sell you out could be your most trusted person, even your husband, your most trusted? Now this has happened. Hata wanaweza enda kwa shule ya mtoto wako mahali anasoma, because these people have power. They sit down and plan. Na another organization yenye sijaiweka hapa na so many people don't know what it does ni CAK. Hawa ndio sumu ya social media platforms, my guys. So moving on, because I don't want to take much time. The government is always, ili kitu mnafaa kumake, it is all kunini kujua, it is always tracking as much as mnaambiwa sijui zilienda zikarudi left right, tulienda Kismayu tukarudi sijui wapi. The government is always tracking some individuals and monitoring their conversation covertly all the time. Na some of these individuals ni wale watu wako threat to the political class sana sana, si mtu wako na wa biashara ama nini. I'm telling you this for na muende mfanye your research. For example, Omutata, ever since, now you can bear me a witness, ever since this guy are pronounced, na aonekane this is somebody who understands how things are supposed to be done, kulingana ile nini committee aliform ya kuangalia his viability to be the next president of Kenya after this outcry. So many people were taken aback. This guy, the love for Gen Zs for this person, the tribeless, the leaderless, and everything that has been going on identifies very closely with this guy. I'm not campaigning for Mutata, good people. Muslim mistake. We still have a long way to go. Kama hatutatoa Kasongo Monday 31st. So what I'm saying, the government is always on someone. Rikiji alionyesha akiwa Makueni kwa Bario, watu na gari zilikuwa zimemfuata. Rikiji is not stupid. I'm telling you. That guy, we might undermine him, but he's not stupid. Some of the things he says, we are not supposed to overlook them at all. We are supposed to look at them, internalize, analyze, and get something from it. Now we'll be able to get some information that will help us going forward. So that one is a very key point to my conclusions. Whatever they engage, they say or they call, or calls them, or meets them where they meet, the government knows. Serikali, now that is not given to the MCA, to the area MP, to nini. That information inatokanga huko chini mpaka kwa munaita. Nimesikia mtu akisema twende kwa DCC. Remember those are the old nini commissioners wale wa kitambo. It emanates from there. Na ujue kwa DCC huko ndio watu wa NIS wanafanya hizo. Those people are put in some regions wana answer to the DCC, that is deputy county commissioner, and that thing is escalated like fire, inakimbia mpaka top. Remember those people ni watu wako in line ya command, na watu wako in line ya command wanaulizanga watu ni wale wako pale juu yako. Wewe president anatumwa akiwa uchi, wewe uko hapo na hiyo mtu anasemekana kwa hiyo region yako, unafanya kazi gani? Nakwambia DCC hata anaweza kosa kulala kwake akitafuta. Hata they make even fake arrest to soothe the hearts of those people. We are following, we to arrest nini accomplices wake. Na ni uongo. It is hard for them to get these people if those people have nini. Now I'm saying this nikisema Kibet amekuwa akitafuta for quite some time. This is a guy I like because of vile alikuwa amejiprotect until something broke, and I'll come to explain to you how it was broken. So mujue, everywhere that person goes, whoever he engages, whatever he says, whoever calls him, whoever he calls, all those things are recorded and taken to the government. Now this government will always know, leo Afrocentric is my threat, amelala Kitui. Afrocentric is my threat, ako Kisumu hoteli fulani, room number fulani. That will always be known. Na ile watu wameenda kumit huko na the kind of discussion. Just to get outside of what the line that I had prepared. Hii gari inasemekana ilionekana pale Taj, imesimama hapo, na wanasema hakuna mtu alitoka. My friend, these people don't come with one vehicle. They use motorbikes. Motorbikes mpaka ziko na camera. They monitor your vehicle. Wewe unaona unatrakiwa na gari. Kumbe hii kama motorbike unashinda kupitana nako hapa. Na you know motorbike, it's easier to maneuver. So they take all the details ya vile unaenda na nini inakufuata mpaka nini. The statement, a few, I don't know whether it is a few weeks or a few days ago, tuliona the PS interior akiwa JKL. Na aliulizwa kuhusu abduction. Aliongea kuhusu abduction zile zinaendelea, because we still have 29 comrades missing to date, plus more probably, because nasikia kuna wengine hata wajanini. In his response, alitumia kitu inaitwa reverse psychology. Na this was meant, in fact the person, kama mnaweza ni correct ni sawa, the person who was mentioned was Kibet. Na he said categorically, niliona hata kwa Twitch, I didn't see even on the news, that this young man is technologically advanced. Na probably is only using his energy in the bad way. Anaweza tumia hiyo energy yake kwa njia mzuri. This was a soft way of reverse psychology to soften the hardness of Kibet or people in his cycle. Kibet a relax aache kuona, so these people are not even after. So ilikuwa ni ya kumsoften, kumsoothe ile hardness alikuwa ameweka, because in anything that you do now, you know you might be looked at for by these people. You harden yourself to make sure they don't get you. You become a very hard target for them, and that has been prevailing ever since. Kibeta amekuwa kipost, lakini these people wamekuwa, hata wengine wanamtusi, mara tunaambiwa ati wamemwandikia ati niaje kijana, unafanya kazi nzuri, kuja tukupatie job and all those things. Kuna hizo texts zilikuwa zinaonyeshana ya nini chat, but I don't know whether they were legit ama zilikuwa legit. But other people have also wametumiwa the same method, ndio wasoften waandike. Hata niliona just to give an example, Amerix ameandikiwa ati kuna journalist anatoka US. These people will always make a way of luring you to get into their trap. Nikienda kumalizia, come to think of it, Kibet brother was first arrested, or rather abducted, walimuabduct, hawakumwarrest. Arrest is not done the way they did it. Mpaka leo hajulikani mahali yako, that is abduction. This means that everything about Kibet had been compromised. The moment your sister, your brother, your mother ameshikwa, most probably, si hata most probably, atapeana your details. Na simu yake ikichukuliwa na ifunguliwe, utapatikana ile namba yako, your exact number ile unatumianga kuwapigia will be found. And the moment they get that number, it is the easiest in this world ya kukufuata. So the moment brother Kibet aliabductiwa without even saying it, akaambiwa leta hii simu na ikafunguliwa, akaonekana mahali amemsave na vitu amekuwa akipost, wakaenda ida kwa other social media platforms, wakaangalia vile wana relate. It was clear to them now we are going to have Kibet. So ile point ya sellout ndio nataka kurudi hapo. The moment walikuwa shapata brother Kibet na walimpata na simu na probably other gadgets, it was as easy as kukunywa maji kwa mtu asikii vibaya kwenda kutafuta Kibet na wampate. And that's why hata mambo ya kwenda kwake, mambo ya kwenda kumpata hapa kwa nini Taj was so easy. This involvement of service providers, police, government, ni evidence that the moment they get you first. Kibet wakati alipatikana, kitu ya kwanza wakati walimpata na hata other people, what they do, they switch off your phone. At that very moment you are out of radar. So ujulikani ulienda west, east ama wapi. The people you called, ama kama kuna mtu ulikuwa unaongea naye, inaisha hivyo. So that person can even say nilikuwa naongea naye at that moment. So don't be light, good people, that police hawana mkono kwa hii maneno yote, because for any person to track these people, na Safaricom cannot give you, they lie to us that by the time they are giving your number to be tracked, or they help in tracking you, they must have an OB. Who controls Safaricom? Ask yourselves. Ni nani ana control Safaricom? Now, I'm almost finishing. So how did they get brother brother wa Kibet? This is just my own thinking. I'm dealing with this matter as an investigator. I'm somebody who knows how to deal with things, doing research and everything. So the social media, mahali walikuwa wanaona hizi katuni za they use that, wanaenda wanatafuta, wanapata mutual friend, most likes, using words like bro na other comments ile mnaandikaga when you see somebody ametweet kitu na muandikia alafu unamuuliza something because you know this somebody. Those are the type of messages ama the information that these people look. Wakati wamekosa huyo mtu kabisa, ndio watafute a third party, waende washikio third party, ndio iwapeleke now to their main interest. Now let me go to this matter was reported by the family to the police station. Let me go to investigation and how it's supposed to be done. When you report a matter in a police station, you report most probably the nearest police station. This matter is recorded in the occurrence book na unapewa OB. In less than 24 hours, not even 24 hours, by tomorrow morning kama ilikuwa nini, or even during the day hiyo siku report, these cases are assigned an investigating officer. Na it depends with the kind of a case yenye iliripotiwa. Kama ni kesi ya fraud, kama ni kesi ya murder, kama ni kesi ya nini, it is given to somebody who is capable of dealing with that case. So the moment utakuwa unafuatilia case, you go to a specific person. Actually, you can go and ask kwa OB, hiyo case yangu iliallocate nani? You go meet that investigating officer. Hata unapata mpaka unachukua namba yake and you start communicating with him about the nini. About na yeye pia unampatia history ya Kibet alitoka hapa, alifanya hivi. You know, those people are very close to that matter. So one thing the family should have been provided with ni the last location ya Kibet. The last location, this investigating officer can use the same service providers ama telecommunication industry companies ku make sure wamejua when was this phone, where was it recorded latest by your BTS, whether it is Airtel, Safaricom ama whatever. Mkipata hivyo you'll get, this is now through the CDR, wana apply direct, sababu wako na obi, hata wanapiga simu, kuna those information kama hata inatumwa na email, wanapata the last location, the last call that was made. Probably these abductors walipiga simu to signal the person they are following, wako hapa mbele ametoa simu amereceive ni yeye, because they already have your number. So that number hakuna mtu anaweza itoa kwa system ya Safaricom, wacha Safaricom mwenyewe tu. So wanaweza ambiwa the last person alipiga ni huyu mtu, na that number must be recorded somewhere, whether it is an organization, it are in NIS, DCI or whatever. The last time his phone was on, inapeana time na date ya hiyo nini. Then the last people wale walicommunicate naye na walicommunicate naye wapi. So those are the things that are very important when it comes to abduction, na nimeongea hii so that people can also protect themselves. I know so many other people hapa, me included, hatujaficha our most close, the closest people that we mingle with. Last but not least, there is a principle that is called ABC. There are some people who are going through hard time because probably they are related. Mimi inanisumbua because abduction is not a good thing, man. And I pray that these guys, all of them, will come out alive and unharmed. It is so, hao wazazi hawalali. Nasikia mama yake nani Billy is hospitalized. Unaangalia mtoto vile umelea na vile maisha ni ngumu na hii economy ya kasongo. You just, as a parent, and even those who are not parents, ni brother yako manze, hata ulali ukikaa hivi unashangaa huyu mtu ako wapi, tutaitiwa akiwa kaa, you just wonder, na it is very tormenting. You can use this principle when you are dealing with issues. ABC, you assume nothing, you believe nothing, now you make sure you check everything. I rest my case. Thank you Kowino, thank you Afrocentric, thank you members. Tuendelee kuinject.
Wow, thank you so much for that technical explanation on how we are getting tracked and how we can be wise and not be caught by these abductors. Thank you so much, Ifam. That was really, really, really great of you. Dodge Chokosh. Are you there, Chokosh?
Niaje majamaa.
Poa poa.
Pia mimi niko BA. Kidogo tu niko kwa highway kidogo, but I'm coming back to comment and to inject battery hapo hivyo. Nakuja tu please.
All right, thank you, thank you. We are now getting news. Breaking news is Ruto is still abducting us. DJ Kroba. A message of distress has been communicated by his wife that he is missing, and we are now adding it to the list to 7.
Authentic.
Yes.
Her wife posted that he was found.
Oh, he has been found.
Yes, but he was abducted. But he has been found, but was abducted.
Okay. Thank you for that. I was seeing it getting a lot of traction online. Yes. Nothing. Is your hand up?
Yes, it is. I'm seeing Amenya has dropped a pin. I think someone must have tipped him because it has coordinates of where Kina Kibet could be held somewhere in Peponi Road or something. He has dropped the location. But from how this is shared, if you know about that, it's likely someone who is aware is the one who has shared that information.
You said, what do we do with the pin? I missed the last part of your submission. Of the location of the...
People wanted to know where the locations could be.
kwa hiyo mkutano kwa hiyo.
Unaona watu Ruto.
Yes, Mr.
Amepea,
Steven.
alikuwa amekupea.
Steven. Kwani Steven ni NSIS? I was keeping quiet tusikie wanasema nini. Nani hebu tag your account zitoroke. Because it look like they are monitoring meetings. Niko nimenyamaza like keep blundering, unaingia space na ujui your mic is hot. Anyway, I hope someone got that account. Lakini I believe we have reached the natural end of the space. Thank you so much, the host. Thank you so much for hosting. It has been going on for hours. I think now we have put out the word that Maandamano ianze Monday. Maandamano Monday. Please, this is a time we're using these spaces as a tool to mobilize the when and where. We want to link up Moy Avenue. Earlier, this space we're saying link up Moy Avenue. When you go on other spaces, please tell them we meet Moy Avenue, because we cannot repeat the same mistakes we did last time, June, July. We know Ruto's tactics. He has water cannons. He has goons. He has Subaru boys. The only way we can defeat them is strength in numbers. So hii maneno ya occupy everywhere will defeat us. Hii maneno ya twende Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. Can we stop crossing the river before we get there? When is day one? Monday. Kila mtu tuongee story Monday. See, you don't of information overload. Tuanze Monday. Twende kazi. And abductions. Let's all speak with one language. Any space you go, inkiingia space ingine, sema hii ndo tunasema Monday. Keep everyone on topic, and then make sure also all of us, we are comrades. The hashtag, we have a hashtag, and abductions Kenya. Ukienda space ingine una watu wamechanganyikiwa, put them in order, be a comrade, tell them, hey, the hashtag is not stop abductions. We are not starting from zero. This hashtag will be for 3 days for us to reach number 1. Everyone on this space and other who have been here and have dropped have been injecting using this hashtag. So the government wanakuja wanasema end abduction KE. That's another hashtag that kusema end abductions. It's multiple people being abducted. So let's try, if you go on a space when we say, hey, we have a hashtag. If you're part of the movement, come on, CNSIS, if you're not trying to confuse us, end abductions KE. We're all speaking that language. When you print a poster, Monday, end abductions KE. Paka ishiki kwanza, hiyo kitu nakwambia, ukikuna demu mwingine hapo anaitwa Shailo CIA, that's how you know the international community is listening. Wameanza kusikiza, hapa kumeanza kuwaka. It's no longer a meeting of 100 people. It's now going to go to the ground. Many people from many parts of the country, everyone is talking. And abductions KE. Should we protect our citizens? Should we tell them, hey, we're all flying to Kenya, it's a holiday season? Should we tell people, tourists, divert planes, no coming into Kenya? So when we speak with one language, the government has to listen to us. So on other spaces that you go to, if you're hosting a space, we encourage that you speak to your immediate circle of influence. Let us be on language. Speak what we have said, speak what other speakers have said. Over here, let us carry the flame of revolution. The revolution begins with you and me. Does anyone else have a closing statement? Kabla we close the space. Come on. Yeah, Chokosh, your hand is up. Umefika?
Yeah. hata sikufika nimefika juu nikisema nifike sitafika saa hii.
Oh, okay, okay.
So let me try to be very true and very straight. Mimi ni wale vijana unasikianga wa ghetto, the ghetto guys, whereby hawa watu venye wanatufanyia wamekuwa wakitutumia sana, mimi plus my fellow guys hapa kwa mtaani, kwenda kurusha mawe huko mtaani, hata kwa the rivals I mean. Lakini I don't know whether you have ever kaa hivi chini ukajiuliza what happens in the ghetto guys, what to all you, chochote mnaona kifanyika, that's a daily occurrence hapa ghetto majamaa. Hivi mnaona watu wakichukuliwa mtaani, tushazoea hizi masubaru. Lakini sasa mkisema eti tuzidi kunyamaza, tutaisha bana. Mimi nashindwa tumekosa adabu wapi juu nasikia Ruto amesema ati ataacha kidnap and abducting us, but our parents watuambie tuache tabia mbaya. Is calling out a rogue regime bad manners surely. Sasa hivi tunaongea hivi, mimi niko barabara, I'm along the highway, na kutatuka mali kangu hapa kujaribu kusukuma life. I have a family. Sometimes najiulizanga nitajigiza na hii mambo ya kusema Ruto must go, nitaacha familia yangu na nani? But another spirit gets in me, inaniambia no, cheza part yako, play your role. Guys, what I'm in for, I'm in for a radical and brutal revolution. Hakuna revolution shaikuwa peaceful, never ever. I've never heard of such. So kusema ati tutokee ati tuende na tuimeinua mikono juu na bendera na maji, hakuna kitu kaa hiyo. Let's be fearless jamaa, let's be fearless guys. Tukiendelea kuangalia watu wenye wanatufanyia hivi, tutajipata tumeisha. I know my days may be coming. I know I may be on the line kunikujia. I don't care. I'm along the highway. But the fact remains, it will not end like this, or it will not continue like this. And the guy pretends hata asikii, hata ajui. Lakini leo ametuonyesha kumbe die. Sorry. Ametuonyesha kumbe yeye ndiye anatuteka nyara. Guys, not unless we fight for this country, not unless we fight for ourselves, nobody will. I'm a ghetto youth. Mimi kijana tu hivi jamaa mkoko. Don't ever say, I don't have a meaning. Talking could just be whether I'll get somebody to trade the hashtag like the way we are doing for these guys. But I know and I'm sure tunatokea na tunaenda kutoa hawa watu. Thank you. I'm done. Nimemaliza. Mimi sina mengi. Brutal and radical revolution. That's the way, my friends.
Thank you. Anyone else with a closing statement?
And by the way, my host, I concur with General China. General China, unanipeaga moral bana. Unanipeaga moral siku zote. The voice you brings out, it gives me pressure to liberate my country, to be part of the liberation. So China, to me, you are my driving force, and all the other guys. Msikuwe na woga. Come out. Kwani kukufa tutakufa mara ngapi? How many times will you die? Nah. Everybody will die, so worry not. Wacha uoga kufe. No. If you have to die, even if it is today while you are sleeping, utakufa tu. So be fearless. The moment you be fearless, hawana nguvu. Wanakuja wakiwa wengi juu hawana nguvu, they know. Like for me, the street mentality, the ghetto mentality that I have, haiwezi niruhusu mimi nijipeane hivi hivi, wallahi, mbele ya Mungu aliye juu. And pole for doing that, pole for swearing by God's name. Lakini wacheni kuwa chache bana na wanyonge. Have the ghetto mentality in you. Let's get this log regime and all will be well. Thank you guys, and thanks a lot, my host.
Anyone else with a closing statement?
Hi.
Ama Wanjiru uko hapa kuhost?
No,
By the way, tunaweza kuachia hiyo kazi. Haya, kwa heri, shika.
hapana, hapana. Ni vaina pia mimi. Anyway, I just want to thank Kowino. Hey, kutoka jana saa ngapi? Tuko almost 24 hours zinaishi with Kowino
Saa
hospital.
6:54.
Ndio ninaona niko. Good job. Good job. Tumalize na 54. And that's 22 hours. So flowers to Kowino, a lot of flowers to him. Tumpigie makofi. Hii kazi amefanya ni ajabu, so I just want to give my flowers to Kowino and Afro na nothing. Wengine wetu we went sleeping, we worked, we hold the space. Yeah, I'm so thankful for Kowino as well. He deserves to rest, and every one of us deserves. Nani ameniweka in general. Thank you. Yeah, so just and the same thing. Aid abductions KE inafaa kuwa ina trend. Tunafaa tufanye the hashtag as Afro said, and free our Kibet, free our brothers, free our Bernard, free everyone. And the same spirit yenye president amesema tukuwe na tabia nzuri, hata yeye akuwe na tabia nzuri. Hakuna venye anaweza sema mkikuwa na tabia nzuri I will stop abducting you. That's not good. Sasa he just confirmed he's the one abducting people, honestly speaking. So that is very, very long for him to actually confirm he's the one abducting. And the police are make a lot of confusion to the police centers. And another thing, police say I got a DM, anonymous, and the police hawajalipwa the December salary, wanagojea mdosi arudi. The same thing na KDF pia wao hawajalipwa December. So saizi mkienda streets wako very disheartened, maybe watakuwa na little bit of patience, sababu pia wao kufinyiliwa na serikali inafinyilia serikali yenyewe. So thank you once again, thank you to Kowino, thank you everyone, thank you to my sister Nothing, I love you a lot. Na tuzidi kuombeana, and let's hope akina Kibet will be released tonight if not tomorrow morning, sababu if tomorrow morning bado hawajakuwa released, tuko tu hapa tukipiga kelele, tuko tu hapa tukisema hashtag Aid Abductions KE. Thank you so much Afro, sina mambo mingi, have a good evening.
Thank you Wanjiru, thank you Wanjiru. Wangui wa Makeri.
Hello, asante Afro centric. Mimi yangu ni machache. I just want to thank you guys for what you are doing. I've been in and out because I like what you're doing. Nataka tu tukumbuke abductions are the one thing that they really want us to focus on, and we should focus on abductions, that's for sure. Juu comrades wetu hawafai kuumia. Lakini sasa I want us to think a little bit further, because every time there is something that they are more panic, they want us to focus on, there is something else happening, or there is something else they are distracting us from. And I'm not saying in the slightest that we should forget our comrades. lakini nataka niwakumbushe, you remember what has happened in the last 1-2 weeks. You know, we had Arab Sang alitinga an own goal, right? Yeah, post election violence. And so kila comrade on Twitter streets was up talking about that, and I know they don't like it. Juu hii inakumbusha watu vizuri, by the way, especially the younger generation, inaonyesha this is what was happening. Now there is proof, there is videos, there is photos, there is evidence is looking at you. You cannot say that by now, if you've been on X, ati haujui mambo ya post election violence, hata kama ulikuwa very young at that time, ushajua saa hii. They don't want that. Juu sasa wanaharibu, wamechoma na wamejichomea wenyewe wanajikaanga na mafuta yao wao wenyewe. So they also want to bury that. Now I think we need to connect these things. Juu sasa the same guy Ruto ndio hao wenye walikuwa wanaua watu back then, ndio hawa sasa na maabduction. The same guy. Now we need to connect the two. Ndio sasa wajue we mean business. Mimi, I just cannot wait to see this revolution completed, because it's not, you know. So now I encourage we keep the fire burning until we get we achieve what we need to achieve. Watu wa diaspora, yes, hatuyuko Kenya kuprotest, lakini we protest where we are na tunachangia where we can when time comes. So tuzidi. Asante.
Asante sana, asante sana. Laktakaf.
Yeah,
Poa. Nice to hear your voice again.
yeah, it's good to know you guys are here. I'm gonna be very brief. Uh,
Move closer to the mic.
can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Well, mama, no mother was meant to bury his son. No mother is meant to bury his son. It should be the other way around. If you have, it's good you guys have checked what has been happening in the last 2 weeks, but you realize whatever has been said is slowly coming to light. Mwenye ameconfess leo, so what are we going to do about it? Thank you.
Aya, hosty, I yield the mic back to you.
Thank you so much, Afrocentric. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, everyone else who has been here since last night, 00:54 hours, if I'm not wrong. Asanteni sana. Thank you for pushing for the release of our comrades. Now, don't give up. On the timeline, you can still do the same. You can keep tweeting, keep sharing, keep using the hashtag end abductions.
What happened?